Every man is one stupid mistake away from exploding his whole life.
One thing we don't give men credit for enough is how to ruin their entire life in as little time as possible. Because how do you lose your $6 million a year paying job, your wife, and your freedom, all because of one situation that could have been avoided? The University of Michigan's head coach was fired for having an affair with a staff member.
The head coach of Michigan got arrested not for cheating, but because he broke into the woman's crib that he was cheating with and tried to send himself and her to the Lord and Savior.
This is why marriage is a lose, lose, lose the vast majority of the time for women.
I am totally capable of having a job. I may look like an idiot, but I'm not one.
Y'all want women to believe we're the providers. You want women to believe they need us. Then when they actually do rely on us, we tell them they can trust us and rely on us. Now all of a sudden when something goes wrong, it's her fault. She was stupid for being there in the first place. Like,
here's a suggestion. How about you get a fucking job and help him pay the bills and buy food? That way he's not a sole provider doing it alone. This is 2025, and the goddamn world we live in is way too expensive to be trying to carry people on through life scot-free.
I don't know. If I could redo it, I'd have whooped my own for real. Like, I'd have stayed there.
That's respect.
You know what I'm saying? I had 2 terrible weeks. I don't know how to explain it.
this is why marriage is such a trap for women. This example is why marriage is such a risk for women. Such a risk, right? Because not only is it risky just based on the fact that more than likely she is going to be in a relationship where she gives more than she gets. Significantly more, right? Like it won't even be close. So it'll drain her. It'll drain her of her life, her money, everything, her happiness, right? Her body, her health. That's in a normal, that is actually in a healthy marriage. If you know what I'm saying? When I say healthy, I'm saying basing it on just the average marriage. You know what I mean? Like that, I shouldn't say healthy. That's based on the average marriage. The average marriage drains women. The average marriage robs women of their health, their beauty, their cognitive abilities. It robs them of their happiness, of their joy, of their pleasure, of their safety, like robs them. That's the average marriage. That ain't the worst marriage. That's the average marriage, right? But then you add to that the risk, like the high probability that man is going to not only embarrass you, but doom you financially and emotionally. When you add to those things, marriage quickly becomes untenable for women. It doesn't make sense. It's a bad bet for women. It's a bad bet for women, man. And I will never let y'all try to gaslight me into believing that's not the case. And I will never let y'all try to gaslight women into believing that that's not the case. Like every single time, I told you guys this, and I've used this video a lot of times, but I'm going to use it every single time one of these scenarios pops up. Because she is batting 1,000. This video will live in infamy. She never spoke more truer words. Y'all remember this lady. Never forget this lady. This clip will live in infamy in my brain.
I love my husband, but I don't trust my husband. And he knows that. Every man is one stupid mistake away from exploding his whole life.
Don't you think that every woman is also one stupid mistake?
I think we cheat, but we meant to do it. Like we'll have premeditated affairs. We've already been in love with him for 18 months. I think a respectable husband and father can leave the house one day with good intentions.
And meet a brand new person they didn't know existed.
Slip into a sex worker, I just don't trust them, any of them.
Interesting.
I think 20 years from now, having a dick will qualify you for disability insurance. I'm in a good marriage. I don't know how I landed on that. And I tell people I'm in my 5th and final year of marriage. My husband goes, "Are you?" "Yeah, maybe."
Has he ever betrayed you?
When we were younger, he did. So he was my high school boyfriend.
Yeah.
And he split up with me at the prom.
Oh.
And I didn't even think someone could break your heart whilst you were wearing a tiara, but he did it to the song Lady in Red. And
What an asshole.
Never forget what that lady said. Never forget what that lady said, because if she didn't just perfectly describe this situation, I don't know. You don't, then you just don't get it. If this don't prove it again for the 20th time, then you just don't get it.
One thing we don't give men credit for enough is how to ruin their entire life in as little time as possible. Because how do you lose your $6 million a year paying job, your wife, and your freedom, all because of one situation that could have been avoided? The University of Michigan's head coach was fired for having an affair with a staff member. And guess what? That goes against their code of conduct, of course. So they fired him, and on top of that, they don't even have to pay him. And as you can see in this article, hours later, he was put in jail. Now, per this article, I read it and it didn't have any updates as to why he was put in jail or, what the case is. Like maybe there's some more updates ever since this article got released. But from what I read, they don't have any updates. And this is the part that kills me. It says he became the Wolverines head coach in 2024, taking over after spending 6 years on the offensive staff. He was the first black head coach in program history. And this is how you want to end it? Because of a staff member? I just don't feel sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for him because, one, obviously you're a married man, but you're a married man with 3 daughters. And you are setting a horrible example on what a man is supposed to do in a relationship for them. Like, you're doing an awful job. But on top of that, it's in university policy that fraternizing with employees or doing anything like that is not tolerated. So you knew if somebody found out about this, you knew you was going to lose this high-paying ass job. $6 million a year, you knew you were going to lose this job if somebody found out. And somebody always finds out. Like, why do y'all think y'all are so sneaky? Y'all are not.
It's not that he thought he was so sneaky. It's that they all do this. Like all the coaches be sleeping with the staff, and you know what I mean? Like you think he's the first one? You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like what happened with Kobe when the cop said that Kobe said I should have just paid her off like Shaq did. Like, yeah, they all do that shit. They all do that shit, right? So he just thought he was just, like the next one up. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be a coach. I'm gonna be able to, fuck on who I want to fuck on. I'm gonna take advantage of my position. And, what else is new? Men been doing that. Men don't give a fuck about no code of conduct. They don't give a fuck about no code of conduct, right? They don't care. They'll throw that because they know in most cases they'll be protected by the patriarchy. You can bang who you want to bang, sleep with who you want to sleep with, cheat on your wife, don't matter. Just win games. Just win games. And Michigan, by the way, wasn't winning games. They weren't winning many games. They weren't even ranked. Michigan. Yeah. So that also, I'm sure, played a huge role because Urban Meyer, dirty as fuck. I mean, like people talk about how he would openly cheat on his wife. Everybody knew. It was an open secret. Everybody knew. He never got busted. He never got, nothing ever happened to him or whatever the case may be. Partially because he's a man, but also because he's a white man, right? I'm sure that had a huge role to play, but also because he was a fucking winner. So they swept a lot of shit under the rug. Jameis Winston got accused of raping a girl when he was in college. They swept it under the rug. And then he got busted for, or damn near got busted for sexually assaulting a woman allegedly sexually assaulting a woman in an Uber driver years later. He had an MO. He had a track record of doing it. Who cares? Jameis Winston's still in the NFL. And not only is Jameis Winston still in the NFL, Jameis Winston is like being like they're talking about like the Jameis Winston comeback story and they love him. So like go read the comments on this video. People love Jameis Winston. Now I'm sitting there like, the rapist? Jameis Winston? Fuck out of here. I would never. Ben Roethlisberger, forgiven. They don't care. He's going to get first. Their act today, they denied the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame has denied Barry Bonds the opportunity to be in the Hall of Fame yet again. But Ben Roethlisberger, if he's not already in the Hall of Fame, will be a first ballot Hall of Famer for the NFL. Guarantee you. Guarantee you. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So ethics are not a thing when it comes to the patriarchy. They don't care. Just win, baby. Like the famous Al Davis said, just win, baby. That's all you got to do. Now let's get a little bit more clarity as to what happened, because that was a little vague, but we needed to set us up so we could hear the what really went down.
The head coach of Michigan got arrested not for cheating, but because he broke into the woman's crib that he was cheating with and tried to send himself and her to the Lord and Savior. What's crazy, she not even the one that told the school on him. DoorDash snitched on him. The school found out because he decided to order a plan B to the school, and the DoorDasher recognized him and snitched. He even gave Shawty a 55% raise. The school found out, fired him. He lost 13 mil. His wife don't want him no more, so he left the crib, went to Shawty's house, broke in, whipped out a blade, and basically threatened the woman and held her there for like a good little minute, debating on, is it time for him and her to go? Police ended up finding him at a church. DoorDasher, don't DoorDash there no more, because he's looking for you, I think. If you want to get mad at the woman for messing with a married man, okay, that's one argument. But to blame her for him getting fired, when he got fired because his ass wanted to order a plan B to the school, and one of them snitched on him, it's crazy.
Men are so weird. Why would that be the first? Blaming her is crazy. Like, for of all the blame, you can put her in there, yeah, because she slept with a married man. I'm sure she knew he was married. She worked with him, whatever. But there was also a power dynamic there. There was a Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky thing going on there too. So I don't want to hear nobody talk about, oh, she's a hussy and a harlot and she broke up the family. Like, no. She was a victim too, more than likely. She was a victim. Well, she was a victim because she was held at knife point. But prior to that, she was a victim as well. Men do not take accountability for the actions of men. We justify and rationalize whatever men do, even when it's clear as day that the person that was wrong here pretty much is solely this man. The DoorDasher ain't wrong. The woman ain't wrong. His wife ain't wrong. The school ain't wrong for firing or hiring him. Nobody is wrong here but him. And I want men to also look at this and tell me something. If a university as big as Michigan can't vet this man, how in the fuck do you expect a woman to? For all of you, y'all need to vet better, motherfuckers out there. How do you expect a woman to do it? She don't have the resources of a fucking huge university like Michigan. Michigan is a top 20 college in all of America. Michigan is the shit. It's a great school. Didn't like Malia Obama go there, or the younger, Malia Obama, I can't remember their names. The younger Obama, Sasha, didn't Sasha go there to Michigan? Like, the fuck? Michigan is a great college, great university. They have all the resources in the world, especially their sports program, especially when it comes to hiring their coaches. And they couldn't vet. So can we please stop asking women to do the job that a college, that a university with all the resources couldn't do? Please.
You finna be cheating with boys in jail.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The way that men quickly, but what did the woman do? Oh, I'm sure she did something. I don't want to hear that shit. This is why marriage is a lose the vast majority of the time for women. The ROI on being with a man for a woman, small. Very, 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 very small. Profit margins, minimal at best. Profit margins of being with a man for a woman, minimal at best, because not only are you not going to get much out of it during the marriage, but she's not going to get, but then she puts herself in harm's way of ending up like that poor woman, the wife with the 3 kids. She puts herself in harm's way, ending up like that woman. Right? Ain't that some shit? It's like another part of the unpredictability of marriage with the man, because at any point in time, not like he may not cheat, he may not flip and start beating on her or whatever, but at any point in time, he could flip the switch, and depending on how much you rely on that man, depending on how much she, depending on how much she relies on the man, he could easily flip the switch and turn off the faucet, turn off access to the resources, unbeknownst to her, for no reason, no discussions prior to type shit, right? But you guys remember this woman? I did a video on her. Her name is Courtney. I think I did it about last week, and her husband just out of nowhere just was like, "Yeah, we're getting a divorce, and yeah, I know you're a stay-at-home mom, and you've been a stay-at-home mom for 7 years, but fuck that. You can no longer use the credit cards, and you need to get a fucking job." Wow.
In my moment of panic, I made a video while driving in my car. Currently, I'm sitting in a parking lot, about how terrified I am that my husband is leaving me, and I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I have no job and no income, and essentially I have nothing. So that video has gone mega viral, and I need to just clear up some things for you guys, because yes, I may be dumb, and I may look dumb, and I may have done some dumb things in my life, haven't we all? But
I don't know what's dumb about what she did. Hindsight is 2020, right? I did see some responses saying she was dumb, and I was like taken aback because I was like, but for men too, and I'm sitting there like, but y'all be saying men are the providers. So then when a woman goes, okay, well, you said you're going to provide for me, fine, I'll let you provide for me. Then when that man decides to cut her off, then it's like, all of a sudden it's her fault. Like, what the fuck? She's stupid. Crazy.
But I'm 37 years old. I have 2 kids. I've been a stay-at-home mom for the past 7.5 years, whatever, when I was pregnant with my oldest, who's 7. But before that, I was a teacher, and during my marriage, I've gotten my real estate license, and that is active, and I and I currently use it. So in my moments of panic, I made a video and I posted it on TikTok, and now a lot of people know my personal business. But I'm fine. I get to live in our home with our children. I am totally capable of having a job. I may look like an idiot, but I'm not one. But just clearing up so you guys know, like, I'm okay. And
They started to attack her pretty much. That's why she made this video. People just started to attack her and just call her an idiot and all of that stuff. A lot of men, a lot of women were doing it too, but it was a lot of men in there attacking her. And I'm sitting there going, this can't be serious. We can't be serious. Not the providers. Y'all want women to believe we're the providers. You want women to believe they need us. Then when they actually do rely on us, we tell them they can trust us and rely on us. Now, all of a sudden, when something goes wrong, it's her fault. She was stupid for being there in the first place. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus Christ. That's why it's a lose, lose, lose. Because not only do women have to worry about a man turning into a monster, beating on her, not only does she have to worry about him turning into a sexual deviant, cheating on her, but she has to worry about him financially abusing her. And then after any of these things happen, the social media, the general public, they're going to come and attack her. This shit is nuts. You don't believe me? Look, this is what the men are saying.
food is expensive. I have no idea.
Yeah, you're right. Food is expensive. Here, I'll tell you what's happening to you. Fucking reality is setting in. That's what's going on. Take a guess what makes food even more expensive. Having to buy it for other people not working. Now, sounds like to me that he's not going to stop taking care of the kids. He's just done paying for you to live absolutely scot-fucking-free.
While she's taking care of the kids, that's living absolutely scot-fucking-free. Why would a woman sign up to stay at home just for men to, at every conceivable turn, diminish her role, diminish her station in life, say that it's not worth it, talking to her like she's a fucking leech when she is the fucking engine. The women are the engines to society, not us, not you driving that fucking truck. We can live without whatever is in that truck. I guarantee you we can live without it. I guarantee you. But you wouldn't be able to last, and children wouldn't be able to last if these meals weren't being cooked. You know what I'm saying? This shit is crazy.
Here's a suggestion. How about you get a fucking job and help him pay the bills and buy food? That way he's not a sole provider doing it alone. This is 2025, and the goddamn world we live in is way too expensive to be trying to carry people on through life scot-free.
Spoken like a true fucking brokey. You're broke. What are you talking about? You can't afford to take care of anybody. I guarantee you without a doubt that man convinced her to stay home. I guarantee you he convinced her to stay home. Listen to what she said. She said, I was a teacher before this. While I was with him, I got my real estate license. You think he was encouraging her to do this stuff? Like he was like, yeah, babe, get the money. We need you to. No. The whole reason she don't work is because he told her not to work. At the very least, he told her, no, it's okay. I can handle it. Like, what the fuck? And this is why I say, I think it's crazy that men, no, I don't think it's crazy. I know that men are just delusional and disgusting. But again, I'm going to say this for the men, especially for the men in back like him. Bro, if you tell a woman that you got her and you tell her to stay at home and she at home, look, I'll put a number on it. I'll put a number on it. If you tell a woman to stay home for more than a year, you have to pay for that woman forever. You have to supplement her income at the very least forever. If that means that you can never afford to have another woman, then that's just what it means. Because you put this woman in a precarious position and you got to take care of her forever. I don't care if she cheats on you. I've said this to y'all 1,000 times. It doesn't matter. As soon as you agree that she can stay home and lose all of that money and set herself back in the job market for a year, because 1 year out of the job market doesn't set you back 1 year. It sets you back 10. You see what I'm saying? It sets you back 5. Like, you don't ever catch up from 1 year of not working. Go try to get a job. Oh, I didn't work for a year. You think they're gonna be like, oh, why didn't you work? Oh, I was a stay-at-home mom. They're gonna be like, oh, stay-at-home mom. Okay, cool. No, they don't give a fuck. They punish stay-at-home mothers. It's a double whammy. Oh, you're a stay-at-home mom, which means what? You're still a mom now? Yeah, I'm still a mom. Okay. So you were off the market for a year and you're a mom now. So that means you're probably, this is what they're going to start telling themselves. So you're probably going to have to call out days when the kids get sick. You're probably going to want to take days off to go be with your kids when they do special things at work. You're going to probably be running late to work. Like they're going to make up all this stuff, right? To not give her the money she deserves or to just not give her the position altogether. That's what that like, what the fuck? Hell no. Hell no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nope. You got to pay for that shit forever. That's how it works. And men flip this switch at any point in time in the relationship, which makes us untrustworthy as hell. There's another prime example. You men just, they get women, they be in a certain situation with a woman, and then the flip of a switch, he's doing some weird shit. Exhibit fucking Z with fucking Jello ball here.
Nikki.
When I was with Nikki, right?
When you removed yourself and moved into a different area, what exactly happened?
So why just had some,
why? That's what the world wanted.
We was going like not agreeing on type. Like she wanted me to live in Porter Ranch. I wanted her to live with my like just like stuff like that. Like no, like grown up. I guess.
Okay.
Where we was gonna live? Where he was gonna go to school? Like who gonna watch him when we leaving for work and all. I don't know. We was just talking a whole bunch over.
Mind you, he has a baby with this woman. With Nikki, right?
Going through it, and then I don't know. If I could redo it, I would. I'd have whooped my own ass for real. Like I'd have stayed there.
That's respect.
You know what I'm saying?
It was just a rat. It just was like.
I told her that though. Nikki called me like I told her straight up. Like, I was tweaking. Like, I ain't got no excuse for that or nothing. But
he was tweaking. He was tweaking. He was tweaking, y'all. Remember, he made this song Tweaking. He liked saying he was tweaking. He was tweaking, y'all. Out of nowhere. He just couldn't decide on where to live. Like, just normal shit. Like he said, just everyday shit. He just left her with a baby. Like, what the fuck? Why would a woman want to be in a marriage with, like, what the fuck, man? What the hell? What is going on? It's rich men, it's broke men, it's just men. It don't matter. I want to hear, oh, this is a celebrity. Niggas do this shit all the time. Regular men do this all the time.
Yeah, if I could redo it, I wouldn't do that shit.
How did the marriage happen? That's what I want to know. Like, no way you was just sitting home one day and y'all was just like, let's just go to the beach.
I ain't gonna lie, we never talked about this.
It was like in a 2-week span, of straight terrible shit, though. It was in a terrible of like, I had 2 terrible weeks. I don't know how to explain it.
The best time of your life, though.
I was fine. Like, I don't know.
Remember what the woman said at the beginning. I feel like a family man could go out the house one day and just throw it all away. Listen to what he's saying. It took 2 weeks for this motherfucker to blow his whole life up.
Going south like that, like, I don't know. I did make some dumb decisions, but I do feel like, I don't know. Like, I feel like she was like, I pray you die every day. Like, she might have been on some ill shit because I couldn't think for real. And I'm going through the motions with her. It's like, she's like, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm like, whatever. All right, cool, whatever. Cool. Yes, getting whatever. Just doing anything. She's like, we gonna.
You see, by the way, I want y'all to pay attention also to how men communicate or don't, or lack thereof, how vague this is. Like, we could get, you know what I'm saying? You could glean from this conversation that pretty much he fucked up, right? Like, he's saying certain things to make you know, okay, he knows that he fucked up, and you get kind of like an idea he was just being selfish probably or whatever. But the lack of detail here is amazing. But this is also very common. That's what I want to point out. This is how men communicate. If and when men actually do have these conversations, this is how it happens. And you heard his own homie say, oh, we never talked about this. You've never talked about this before with him? So for all the men that be out here loving and lying, talking about, no, you know, I could be more vulnerable with my homeboys. No, the fuck you can't. No, the fuck you can't. Stop lying. You don't even talk to your homies about this shit. And even when you do, listen to how you talk about it.
We'll get married, we gonna do all this. I'm like,
but how did you end up doing that? How did you end up in the courtroom though, brother? Because like,
she drove me there. I'm out there about to cry in the whip. That's what I'm saying. No, you feel what I'm saying though? Like, I felt disconnected type. Like, I'm like, all right. Like, I'm telling her, like, I don't want to get married. I don't want to do none of this shit. But then I was like, I'm doing it though. And I did not understand. But I like sat down one day and my eyes started leaking. Like, oh, like my dripping on the floor. I'm like, hold on. Went upstairs and talked to her. Like, you got to slide. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I just took all the L's on the chin. Told everybody to leave. Cleared that out. Side guy go. I don't know, man. I had to reset my job, but I'm cool. I felt I got off track. I don't know. I was doing dumb for like 2 weeks, bro.
I remember. That's refreshing to hear, man.
It is.
My question was, what is, because I've never heard you talk about it. Because I was like, bro, there's no way that you.
His own brother. I've never heard you talk about it. His own brother.
You just go.
I ain't just gonna jump to the.
No, like,
you dumb. She has you like she ain't had. To be honest, I don't like her. Like, to keep it a band. It's just like.
How the hell did that happen?
How that. I don't know. I don't have the
she
answer
put that
for
fire on you, boy.
Not even that, bro. I don't even know.
She had you locked up.
She was lying. A whole bunch of bad. I had to just go and leave.
But when you met her though, like,
she promoted.
You enjoyed the time with her though. Because you seemed happy when you first met her.
I'm just saying it's cool. Like, it happened and then I got through it, past it. We cool.
Right.
The way you didn't.
He can't open up. He still can't open up. Listen, I love this video because it really exposes so many lies that men love to tell. Beyond the shit that we're talking about, what I've been saying this whole time, just how men just got fucking the minds of fish and we just be flitty as fucking all over the place. And we can just turn on a dime on a woman and we can be in a happy, healthy relationship, and then boom, we're not. But listen to how vague he is, how he's not being vulnerable. I was leaking, I was like, you not really. He's still not being vulnerable. He's still not really talking about why. He like, oh no, I just was tweaking. 2 weeks, I just ruined my life. Like, why, nigga? What happened? What were you thinking? His brother and Lonzo, Zoe is like, what the fuck? Like Zoe is like asking him repeatedly, like, no, but what really happened though, bro? This is not enough. And he like, oh no, dude, I was 3. Let's just move on.
I think he was definitely wrong for sure. But with that being said, I think there was valid reasons for you stepping too, though, that people don't know about.
People don't know about.
Already going through it, but that's normal though. Like we could have got through it and stuck it out. Everybody gonna do the same. Cause I came to her and she started arguing in 2 weeks doing work. So it's like whatever.
But you regret the decision that you made though, ultimately.
Yeah, mainly because the kids though. Like I would have stayed home I'll thug it out for real. I'll talk it out with Nikki and just stay home and be with them niggas.
Jesus H. Christ. Jesus H. Christ. And why you up here talking he hate this woman? What did that woman do to him? Probably next to nothing. Look, listen to what I'm saying. What he did to Nikki is 10 times worse than whatever this woman did, whatever Rashida did to him. I guarantee, if she did anything to him. I guarantee.
LiAngelo Ball's second baby mom, Rashida Nicole, says he still hasn't seen their newborn even 6 days after she gave birth. Now, I've been seeing this everywhere, and I don't like to just believe these headlines or whatever's trending, right? So I'm not 100% sold into this, right? But I'll be honest with you, I'm going to need someone in that family to weigh in on this, especially LeVar. Because, like, yo, LeVar Ball is, like, probably one of the top 3 dads ever, right? Right behind my dad. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, what he did as a father to all 3 sons is amazing.
And here's the thing. As a black father, I do have a lot of respect for, like, Amon-Ra St. Brown's daddy, for Klay Thompson, Michael Thompson's dad, you know what I'm saying, both his sons. You know, I'm talking about like the athletes or whatever, the fathers that raise successful sons specifically. I do, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them, man, for that, like for that part. But I said this shit about LeVar and the Balls a long time ago. He raised 3 terrible human beings. All his sons are menaces. All of them are. Zoe is a menace, Melo is a menace, and Jello is a menace. All of them are all. I'm talking about 2 women. They're extremely misogynistic. But LeVar is a menace to his wife too. He don't like that woman. He don't like that woman. So this doesn't shock me, right? But I just be so mad at men for the way that men will pedestalize a father simply based on the fact that daddy raised a son to go to the NBA or NFL or whatever the case may be, right? They vicariously lived out their wildest fantasies through their sons. Their sons got successful, and now all of a sudden we got to give that nigga a medal. We got to give Joe Jackson a medal. We got to get, you know what I mean? Like, nah, bro, fuck that. Hell no. Hell no. I respect the daddies that raise decent kids over the daddies that raise successful kids. You know what I'm saying? The ones that, you know, go to the NFL, NBA, or actors and whatever the fuck. I respect Klay Thompson. I respect Michael Thompson for Klay Thompson and Trey Thompson. They solid dudes as far as I know. I ain't never heard nothing bad about them niggas. LeVar Ball and them always knew they was on some fuck nigga shit. Always.
I think he's a great example for a lot of men. So for a guy that's done that to his kids, right? And for LiAngelo, if this is true, to grow up with a dad like that, to be a deadbeat is insane to me, man. Like, it's top level corny. Like, his brothers should cut him off if this is true. His dad should step in because, like, I don't know. This is crazy. I need someone in that family to speak up on this.
Zoe is a piece of shit to his baby mama, though. That's what I'm saying. Of course, they wouldn't call him out. And again, LeVar don't like his mama. LeVar don't like Jello mama. Y'all go watch how that woman had a stroke. He had a stroke. She had a stroke, man, which I ain't gonna even say. I'm gonna leave. I'm just gonna cut it there. I'm gonna get too agitated, and I think I'm gonna go too far. That's all I'm gonna say. That man don't like that woman, though. That's all I'm gonna say. But shout out to them for raising boys that didn't go to jail and they played basketball. Jesus, I guess that's what we doing right now. But at the end of the day, this is just ironclad proof that men just be out here being a whole terrorist, changing on a dime, and can't be trusted. Having babies with men, for women, low ROI, if any. Very, very minimal profit in that, if not pure destruction for the woman.